What's up guys, Chief here, bringing you a video detailing my Nurgle army, which I have built up the collection for, and wanted to make a little bit of a video series for you guys. And the idea of this video series is that I will be making videos probably I want to say optimistically, every few weeks, kind of in this style where I go through the entire collection with you guys and give you just little tidbits of info about each unit and just my thoughts about the army thus far, how it performs, stuff like that. Kind of general videos, and then in between those videos, every few days, I want to do probably 2 to 3 videos a week, depending on how busy I am, to detail individual progress on units or models. So say I'm doing work on my Nurgle bikers or something like that, and I'm painting them, doing some green stuff, I'll do some kind of video related to that. Maybe a tutorial style video or just an update kind of a video where I kind of, the show off style where I show off what I've done so far. And so those will be sprinkled in between the videos kind of like this. So that's the idea. And if you guys are interested in hearing or seeing Nurgle related stuff, that's what the focus of this video series is going to be. Consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing regular content. I know the channel is pretty bare right now, but we're hoping to change that here. So yeah, that's the plan. Today's date, August 14th, 2015. So this will be a good benchmark for myself also to help kind of benchmark my progress with the army and stuff like that. So kind of a dual purpose sort of thing. Just to give you guys a quick overview of the army and what I want to do with it. As you can probably have guessed by now, it's a Nurgle theme from both Chaos Daemons and Chaos Space Marines. So there are units from both codices. And the idea is I can play Nurgle from either Chaos Daemons or Chaos Space Marines. And the goal at the end of the day is if I'm playing a large game like 2K, 2,500 points, I want to bring an army that is a combined arms detachment from CSM and a combined arms detachment from Daemons. So it's like a combined forces sort of deal with Nurgle units. So that's the goal for this army and the creation of this army and what I have so far. And yeah, I don't know, I love Nurgle, love it. I just, working on Nurgle, fielding Nurgle, looking at the models, everything about it is really, really interesting to me. And I know a lot of people out there like to see Nurgle conversion work or Nurgle work because it is neat. It's just cool, and there's a lot of room for customization, a lot of room for your own expression. So yeah, pretty sweet. I'm going to change the camera position now and go through each unit on a more detailed basis, or each model, and give you guys just a little overview. As you can tell, the models are very unfinished. The army itself is barely even fieldable yet, and yeah, I've got a lot of stuff just primed or base coated, so that's the whole point, is that this is unfinished, and I will keep updating you guys as I go. So let's get right into it. Hey guys, real quick before I go into the detailed view of each model, I thought I would total up my army as it sits right now. I did that including a few power fists that I would normally take and stuff like, the demonic rewards that I would normally take, stuff like that. And I got to just about 3,800 points. And if we take that and think about the things that I would want to add in the very near future, like the main thing is some plague drones and maybe like another Hellbrute, I would be just over 4K points. So for those of you that are curious about the point total, that's how I came up with that. And yeah, pretty cool. So let's get right into the detailed view. All right, guys. So right here up front, we have, let me just focus here. I'm going to do my best to keep my hands off the camera as much as possible to avoid the, shaky camera syndrome going on here. Bear with me, guys. So up front, we have 6 Nurgling bases, Nurgling swarms, and the 3 on the right are actual old school metal Nurgling bases, and the 3 on the left are semi kind of made, when you buy Plague Bearers, you get those little Nurglings that you can put on their bases. I decided to combine those and use some extra arms and that to make 3 more bases worth of Nurglings, and I'll be adding more to those when I get my second box of Plague Bearers assembled, so those will be filled out a little bit more. So those are the Nurglings in the front. Moving on over here, we can see, get some focus going on, beautiful. 10 Plague Bearers of Nurgle, and those are just primed. Great troop choice for Chaos Demons, and they're hanging out back there. Feels like you need those to have a complete Nurgle theme going on. Moving over, we have 2 Heralds of Khorne that I'm going to convert to Heralds of Nurgle. I had bought, the one on the right is a fine cast Herald of Khorne that I had bought for my Khorne Daemonkin list, and I decided I didn't want him in there anymore, so he's going to be converted. And the guy on the left is actually the guy that comes on the top of the Blood Throne of Khorne, that chariot. And I assembled it as a skull cannon, so I didn't need this guy, so I threw him on a base, and he's going to be a herald, which I'm going to convert. So there's those 2. No Nurgle list would be complete without Typhus. So there he is. This is a conversion that I did out of actually a Dark Vengeance model. So if you guys are interested in seeing a little more on how I did that or knowing that stuff, there's a video to that in my channel. Feel free to check that out. He's my favorite HQ choice, and he's never too far from a bunch of plague zombies or cultists. The models are of course cultists, and sometimes I like to field them as plague zombies. They work well as proxies for plague zombies, and I have 45 of them. Sometimes I like to go with groups of 10 or groups of 15, just a few. Yeah, who doesn't love cultists? Every Chaos player should have a bunch. They're amazing. So there those are, various levels of paint on those. Now moving back just a bit here, we can see that we have some Plague Marines. Now the 10 in the front I'm going to try to get focus on here. Kind of tricky. The 10 in the front are Chaos Space Marines that I've added some green stuff work to make them look a little more plaggy. And I'm not sure what else I'm going to do to them to fully convert them over. And the ones in the back here, let's get a better little zoom on those. Kind of hard to see those. There we go. A little better there. Those are older Plague Marine models, and those guys are pretty much done. So 20 total Plague Marines. And those guys are accompanied by their Nurgle Rhino. If you guys would like more information on that Rhino, how I built that, or converted that really, there's a couple videos on my YouTube channel detailing the work there, if you want to check those out. There's one other Rhino that I have that didn't make it onto this tray that is partially converted. I'm going to be doing pretty much the same thing too, so I'll have 2. We have a Nurgle themed Hellbrute. Oh, reached the end of my zoom here. Zoom in on him, or focus in on him. So there's the Nurgle themed Hellbrute that I made. I may have one more for this list. I'm not sure. Hellbrutes are pretty fun. So there's one so far. More soon to follow, maybe. And then in the back, just in front of him, we have a bunch of bikers. So I'm going to zoom over, do a little pan for you guys. Sorry, a little jerky. I know my tripod is a little rickety. Tripod's a little rickety. That's okay. So I have 11 total bikers, and bikers are just awesome. And when you make them Nurgle bikers, holy crap, toughness 6. Come on now. Toughness 6. Squad of 3 can take 2 special weapons. I love bikers. Love them. High mobility. really, really good units. Really good. I cannot see leaving home without them in any CSM list. So there they are. I have spent a lot of time on these bikers, guys. They took a lot longer than I expected, but they're nearing completion. I have to, tidy up the basing. Like the wheels have way too much sand on them and stuff like that. And I have to paint a lot more of the actual bikes and the actual Marines now, but for the most part, the Nurgle overgrowth and the the weaponry and stuff like that is mostly completed. So those are coming along, but those have been a lot of work. So moving behind them, we have a Nurgle, a Daemon Prince. And he was a Daemon Prince that I had bought for my Khorne Demonkin army. And I decided against him. So he's going to be converted to Nurgle. Started painting him for Khorne, but he is no longer going to be Khorne. So in the process of starting to figure out how I'm going to convert him to Nurgle, and then moving over there, we have a Great Unclean One, which is my favorite HQ choice for the Daemons. And flanked by two Chaos Spawn or Beasts of Chaos. I like to use them for either model depending on what I'm doing. So those are there. And then moving into the back tray here, it's going to be a little bit, I'm not going to be able to get very good view on these guys. But we have 5 Terminators and a Land Raider. And these guys almost didn't make the cut to this video, but they're kind of in limbo. Not too sure if I want to include them in this army list or the bench for this list. If you guys have any opinions on that, I'd be happy to hear them. I just cannot decide. I keep going back and forth. So they're there just in case, and they're kind of a low priority, so I may work on them, in the future, depending. I might try them more and see if I like them, kind of go from there. And of course, never leave home without your Soul Grinder and Helldrake. So Soul Grinder in the front there. He is freshly assembled. Get a little bit better view on the Drake here. Helldrake in the back. And that's my generic Helldrake. I only have one, so I painted him in a color scheme that I felt would work with whatever list I tried to bring him with. And my plan in the future is to get another one and make him a Helldrake conversion. So that's what I have so far. Absent from this list and tray right now are 10 Plague Bearers, the 10 additional Plague Bearers that I have, as well as another Rhino, another Hellbrute. The other things that I would consider adding in the near future would be maybe another Prince. Those drones, those plague drones, those things are sweet. I'd like to get a few of those. And really, I think that's it. If you guys have any other opinions or suggestions, I would love to hear them. And I hope this video has been interesting to you or informative. Maybe you've picked up some ideas for your own chaos list. Maybe you just wanted to come look at some Nurgle stuff, and sorry nothing's really completed yet, but we're getting there. That's again the point of this video, is to give you guys kind of a teaser and then update you as I go. So there it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing to follow my progress on this army list and the individual stuff within it. Those will be coming in the near future. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye now.